What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here. In today's video, we're checking out some very strong battles with this battler, Ashifs, who hits Legend with Runerigus, Galarian Weezing, and that's supposed to be a Shadow Drapion. Ta-da! Shadow Drapion! So, a super strong team right here. I think most of these are XL. Alright, getting into the first battle. We have Runerigus versus Giratina Altered. So, we'll have to see what the moveset is there on Giratina Altered, but it's definitely looking to be its Dragon Breath. So, very positive here for Runerigus as they have the Shadow Ball damage and Shadow Claw damage. So, able to get to the Shadow Ball. Let's see if the Giratina Altered is going to shield. Yes, they do. We will see a swap out right away into Drapion. Granted, this whole team can beat Giratina Altered, so let's see how they decide to adjust. Dragon Claw is going to be coming through, so they decide to let that go, and they're deciding to stay in, and they try to swap out to catch, well, I guess Crunch would have been neutral anyways, but Shadow Drapion, I mean, I personally love Drapion. Ever since it got the update with Poison Sting, it has become so amazing in both Great League and Ultra League. I don't have an Ultra League one, but my Great League one is just, so good. And against Tentacruel right here, it's looking like they will be able to flip this mid game if they decide to shield, which is exactly what they're going to do. As a Scald now comes through, they said they do easily shield that, and they will be now going for the Crunch to take out Tentacruel. So, if we get a double shield right here, we might see a Weezing sweep with BOOOMS. No, Tentacruel decided to let it go. Now let's see, they decide to bring in Crobat right here, so they'll still be able to do a lot of neutral damage now with Crunch, but Crobat definitely could put a lot of pressure on this team with Shadow Ball and Poison Fang, especially since it's now loading up with energy. So we will see the Runerigus come back in, try to do as much Shadow Claw damage as possible, and this is where things get dangerous. If this is a Shadow Ball, which it is, they decided to shield, so that's very huge. We do see a swap out now into Giratina Alter, so they're going to go ahead and try to swap into the Weezing to catch the charge move, but unfortunately not able to as a Dragon Claw does land, but then now they do swap through, and here we go. Can the Weezing sweep? Fairy Wind, Play Rough, Overheat. This video is hopefully filled with BOOOMS, as Ancient Power, no boost right there. They got to load up on energy. And let's see how this is going to play out. They're going to go ahead and go for the Play Rough now. This obviously is going to one-shot the Giratina Altered if they decide to let it go through, and they do. Boom! See a Giratina Altered. All right. Here we go. Crobat now coming in. They have a lot of energy. They're going to go for the Overheat now to guarantee to get, well, I mean, either way, Play Rough would have gotten a shield anyways, but Overheat now does get shielded. Remember, Runerigus does have a Shadow Ball loaded, so this is going to be extremely close, and it's, I think, a CMP tie, maybe slight delayed, and if this is not Shadow Ball, which is not, it's Poison Fang, that is not going to be enough damage, and the Overheat now is going to be landing. So, the Weezing coming through right here for the sweep. Boom! Oh, okay, it survived with 1 HP, and we see a Shadow Ball right here, but Weezing did a great job, okay? Weezing did a great job right there. Good game. These games are probably going to be pretty long, considering this is Ultra League. All right, so we got Runerigus versus Escavalier on the lead. So let's see how they decide to play this out. We do see a swap out right away in the Drapion, so they're going to actually come into the mirror right here. This Drapion is going for the charge move very quickly. I think this might be Aqua Tail. Yeah, it is going to be an Aqua Tail, so this is definitely going to be dangerous territory as the Aqua Tail does neutral damage while Crunch is resisted. But if they get the debuffs right here from Crunch, this could be very advantageous for them. They do get the defense drop. That is now huge for Drapion because the Crunch is just going to do that much more damage. But Aqua Tail as well is so spammy, they will be able to outpace. So this is looking like a very dangerous situation because, I mean, you're probably going to lose the mid game right here and they'll have energy advantage. So here comes another Aqua Tail. Will they let it go through and try to farm down? Let's see. Yep, they're going to go ahead and let it go, but they survive! They survive, and now it is going to be a race to the charge move, and they get to the Crunch in time. Forcing this shield right here is huge for this battle because now they have the opportunity to farm down with the Weezing and get a lot of energy, and I think this was a bit quick for Sludge Bomb. They're going to go ahead and go. Yeah, well, it's just a Crunch, which is resisted, and they can farm down with Fairy Wind. And this is where things get very dangerous, everyone. Escavalier is coming back into an Overheat. Oh, man. Buckle up. Take out the earbuds just a little bit because I'm booming so hard. Oh, they let it go. They shielded it right there. Okay, things are, obviously, they're weak in the back. So we will see a shield go up to the on the Weezing right here, but my goodness, this is going to be so much fun. Please land. Here we go. They go ahead and throw it. Oh, this is going to be so much damage. Escavalier, what are you doing? Boom! One-shots it right there, and the final Pokemon is going to be Mandibuzz. So this is still not over, but honestly, the Sand Tomb consistent debuffs is going to allow Weezing to actually throw a Play Rough to close this game out, because Mandibuzz has to throw energy here to take out the Runerigus. So that is looking to be a good game, as Foul Play does do super effective damage. And they're just going to keep, they're going to keep going for Sand Tombs right here. Apply those debuffs, because as long as these Sand Tombs can stack, I mean, I think one more should be able to do it. Yeah, triple debuff right here. This should be enough for a Play Rough to one-shot from the Weezing. So that's definitely looking to be a good game. They might have to swap out. Maybe they go for the Shadow Ball. No, they're just going to go for another Sand Tomb. Keep Sand Tombing down. This Runerigus is actually doing quite a bit of damage now with all these debuffs and Shadow Claw. And so they will swap out. And this is where things get very dangerous. If they have Shadow Ball and bait with Foul Play. Oh, it's Aerial Ace. Okay, so double Aerial Ace I still don't think is going to be enough, as they won't be able to get 3 off because the Weezing is 1 fast move away right here. So Aerial Ace, yeah, not enough damage right there. So Weezing will be able to get to the Play Rough, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Weezing sweeping once again. Boom! One-shots the Mandibuzz. This is exciting to watch, seeing the overheat and Play Roughs here from the Weezing. This is good. All right. Moving to the next one, we got Runerigus versus Mandibuzz. Okay, so super tough lead right here. They're going to swap out into that Drapion, yeah. And we do see Tapu Fini come in. Okay, not the best answer. Might have been a misclick on the opponent. To be honest, that's not the best call. And Sludge Bomb lands. Boom! Nearly one-shots right there. And they can actually shield this and farm down. I think Poison Sting is going to do enough damage. So maybe I'm gonna chalk this up to a misclick on the opponent's side. I have done this before. It doesn't feel, yeah, there's a surrender right. It was a misclick, so unfortunate right there for that battler, but good game. Okay, so we got Drifblim now on the lead, so pretty positive lead matchup right here, and we do see a swap out into Muck. Okay, so this is where things can get very interesting. They have really good answers to Drifblim with the Drapion and Crunch. And they decide actually to swap out into Drapion now versus the Muck. So here comes the charge. We're probably going to be Thunder Punch coming through. I don't think they would throw the Dark Pulse. Yeah, it's just going to be the Thunder Punch. Not too much damage right there. But they can really load up on energy. They don't have to worry too much about the Poison Jab damage. They would need to worry about a third Thunder Punch landing. So this is where they definitely want to have double crunches and maybe commit to the farm down. And maybe even, I dare say, give up a shield versus the... Oh, they decided to go for double. That might be a mistake. That's tough. That's tough because now you have no energy for the Drifblim that's going to be coming back in. Even though they will be able to force a shield right here with Crunch. Oh, no, and Go Battle Lag strikes. This is the wrong time to have it. No, the Drifblim is loading up on energy. They can't do anything. They're getting far. Oh, no. That might be a good game. Drifblim with energy is what throws this game off because Runerigus is weak to both Icy Wind and Shadow Ball, and I think that might have completely flipped everything around because now this Drifblim has so much energy. Yeah, it is going to be an Icy Wind debuff that we have no clue what the count is right. Yeah, it's got so much energy. This is dangerous territory. Let's see if they can pull it around. It is going to be a back-to-back Icy Wind, which is fine. Can they get to the Shadow Ball in time? No. Oh my gosh, this Drifblim got so much energy from the Go Battle Lag. They're going to go ahead and let it go. It is just another Icy Wind. We will see them now go for Shadow Ball just to apply as much pressure as they can, even though this is heavily reduced in damage. And we do see a swap out now. It's up to the Weezing to close this game out. Come on, Weezing, you can do it. We don't know if this is enough for Shadow Ball, though, considering they might be over-farmed on energy. Yeah, it's just going to be another Icy Wind. That's okay. And let's see if they can get to the Play Rough in time. But with that debuff, I don't think this is going to be enough damage. And I think the Drifblim is just going to take this whole game right here. And yeah, that definitely was not enough. This is so unfortunate for them. This Drifblim is loaded on energy. They are now forced to shield. And things are not looking good as these Icy Wind debuffs are just stacking up. We do see a swap out into Toxicroak. So they're going to have to go for the Play Rough here. And hopefully a Play Rough and Overheat. This is going to be so close. Play Rough is only going to do neutral damage. Can they get to the overheat in time? No, they cannot. The charge move coming through. Oh, it's going to be the Mud Bomb right here, which is enough to take it out. Boom. And yeah, they decide to surrender. Oh, that's unfortunate right there. I think they had that game, all things considered, except for that lag where the Drifblim basically got 100 energy for free. All right, so we got a Tapu Fini here on the lead. They decide to swap out into Drapion right away, and we do see Escavalier come in. So Crunch is going to need to come in clutch right here to apply some pressure to the Escavalier. First one probably won't be getting a shield, but the second one definitely will if they decide to shield the Drill Run. So let's see how they decide to play this out. They're going to let it go. So the Drapion's going to go down. They're going to come right back in with Runerigus and commit to the hard farm down. So really wanting energy here on Runerigus versus the Tapu Fini, as the Shadow Ball will be putting a lot of pressure, and Drill Run doesn't do too much damage, and they will be able to Shadow Claw down. That's actually a huge farm down for them, and let's see how they decide to play. They're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Balls right now. With 2 shields on the field, they don't want to give up the free damage potentially, so they do get a shield right there. They're going to go for the second one now, and this is where we might see the swap out into the Weezing. Let's see how they decide to play it. Shadow Ball lands, they swap out into the Weezing now, start getting ahead on energy, and the opponent is not swapping out, which means they can safely shield this charge move and maybe load up just a little bit more on energy as they do stop that Surf. A little bit more, yeah, go for the Play Rough right now, looking to force that final shield from the Tapu Fini, and what is going to be in the back? Oh, that's a beautiful swap, actually, on the opponent. They caught the charge move. I didn't even see that. Maybe you guys saw it watching the video, but I did not, as they go for a second Play Rough now to try to get that shield, which they do, as the Genesect here is going to try its best to take out the Weezing, but an Overheat is ready to go. Let's see if they can do it. Stopping that Magnet Bomb, as it does do super effective damage, and they get to the Overheat in time. So Weezing, once again, sweeping teams. Boom! One shots the Genesect, and that is going to be a good game, very well played, as they... Oh, they're looking to swap. No, here comes the Surf. They're very close to the Play Rough right here, but I don't know if they will be able to survive. Yeah, they should be able to survive and get this Play Rough off. Oh, they decided to swap and catch the second charge move. Okay, all right. Good counting right there on their side, knowing there was another Surf ready to go. Oh, this is dangerous now. They might get farmed down. No, they get the Sand Tomb in time. So Runerigus actually, I think, can close this game out with another Shadow Claw fast move after this the Sand Tomb just took it out. So good game, very well played. Congrats on hitting Legend. That was actually a really cool team with Runerigus, Weezing, and Shadow Drapion right there. So huge shout out to Ashifs, and thank you for sharing these battles with us. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.